everyone, Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome and thanks for joining me today. Yes, it's today. In this video, we're going to do something that's very important. This is absolutely a beginner lesson. However, if you struggle with this and you're an intermediate, then you need to go back and do it. It's important. It has nothing to do with what I played on the way in. I was just having a little fun. Today we're going to talk about the difference between straight feel and swing feel. And I'm going to give you a couple of things you can do as far as your counting and some things that you can practice on to put this together. And it is super, super, super important that you can do this and you can do it comfortably and you can do it easily. Because all music, and this is not just blues, okay? All music, generally speaking, is either in a straight feel or it's in a triplet based, I'm going to call it a swing feel. Really, it's a triplet based feel, okay? And for example, a straight feel, if we're talking blues, something like The Thrill Is Gone, like the Albert King, I'll Play the Blues for You, right? A lot of those kind of straight feel, 1 and 2 and 3. Johnny B. Good is sort of in a straight feel. It's a little bit weird. He generally plays it pretty straight. There's some elements of that original recording that tends to be a little shuffly, but most people play it in a straight feel, as opposed to a shuffle feel, like Pride and Joy, Sweet Home Chicago, Statesboro Blues. The list goes on and on and on and on. For both types, straight feel and swing feel, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so let's talk briefly about what the difference is. The primary difference is literally how you count it. It has nothing to, it's all in, it's up here. It's what you say, it's how you count. How you count determines how each beat is divided. Okay, so we have 4 beats in a measure, generally speaking. You're either going to divide each beat evenly in half. 1 and a half, 2 and a half, 3 and a half, 4 and a half. It's hard to say and a half, so we say and. If I'm just playing a simple chord, E chord, right? You can play G, you can play C, D, A, doesn't matter. I picked E because I like it, it's easy. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? It's very straightforward. It's a straight feel, okay? I could use it when I play a scale, like an A minor pentatonic scale. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? Every beat is divided into 2 equal pieces. That's it. Now, other kinds of stuff, swing feel, slow blues, whatever you want to call it, these are all triplet based. Okay, now the way I break down a triplet is 1 and Okay, I say 1 and 2 and Some people say 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Some people say triplet, triplet, triplet. There's probably 27 other things you can say, but as I always tell my students, I don't care if you call them apples, grapes, and pears. Call it something. Break your beats into 3 pieces. Doesn't matter what you call it. Not important. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3. What that does is it creates what are commonly called swing eighth notes. Okay, so if you're playing swing eighth notes, the first 2 counts go with the first half of the beat, and the last count goes with the last half of the beat. So you end up with this. Instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, where everything's even, I kind of got to wait one out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, right? Or if I was playing my scale, instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and where it's all very even, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so that is the fundamental difference. No matter the speed, it doesn't matter the tempo. This could be, right? That's still a shuffle, as opposed to, which is a straight feel. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. If it goes fast, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3. A jump blues is still a swing feel, even though it's just really, really fast. Okay? It doesn't change the fundamental counting behind it. Now, of course, when things get really, really fast, sometimes it's hard to say 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. Hopefully by that point you feel comfortable with just saying 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. And sometimes you'll hear people count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, even though it's a swing feel. There's a lot of different ways we say it. It doesn't matter how it gets said. It matters how you play it and how it feels. Okay? So what I recommend that you do, if this is new to you, pick a chord, any chord that you can play comfortably, and do it the way I did it. Okay, so let's say it's a G chord, right? Practice playing 2 bars of straight, then 2 bars of swing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and now swing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Now, if you want to get fancy with this and you want to add a little bit of metronome into it, this is actually a pretty good time to introduce a metronome. So I have a metronome app on my phone. Most people do. I've set it at 60 beats per minute. So you could probably hear that. It's a comfortable click. What you want is for your arm to be going down when that clicks. Don't have the metronome subdivide for you. Just make it play quarter notes. Whatever fancy things your metronome can do, turn them off. We don't want that. We just want a click. My arm should go down every time there's a click. Okay, so in the straight feel, again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, if I do the triplet feel, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, and you can keep that going, and you can do that back and forth, couple of bars each, till that gets nice and comfortable. Now I was doing 60 beats a minute. That's obviously a pretty slow tempo, but that already could be a challenge. You might have to back it off even to 55 or 50. If you get too slow, if you get much below 60 or 55 maybe, it actually gets to be so long between the beats that it's kind of hard to calculate how long that's supposed to be. And it gets fairly difficult, I think, to stay with that time. So if you can't do it at least maybe 55 beats a minute, it's probably going to be a little bit of a struggle. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, you could do the same thing with a scale. If you happen to know like a pentatonic scale, I always tell students to play it both in a straight feel and a swing feel. So again, if I turn that on, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? Now if you can't do it with chords, it's going to be even harder with the scale. So make sure you can do it comfortably with the chords. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right? So make sure that you feel fairly comfortable doing that both ways. When you do, you've got a nice firm grasp of the difference between a straight feel and a swing feel, and that's going to serve you for every style of music. I can't think of any style that doesn't have some swing feel and some straight feel, other than, maybe obscure things. But, rock, jazz, country, blues, obviously, it's all there. Even like heavy metal, sometimes some of it'll be, triplet based as opposed to a straight feel. It happens all over the place, okay? So work on that if you can't do it comfortably. And as always, I will see you next time. And if you have guitar playing friends that you think could benefit from this video, please feel free to share it with them. Again, I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed, and I will talk to you soon.